Have you ever wondered why feelings of abandonment keeps resurfacing even when life seems good? This reading reveals your soul is ready to release and how spirit is helping you rise from loneliness into light. Hello, beautiful souls. If you ever felt left behind, unseen, or forgotten, this reading is for you. The pain of abandonment runs deep, but it doesn't define you. Spirit wants to help you transform that ache into strength, self love, and divine trust. Together, we're going to explore this wound and what it's teaching you, and how your healing can open the door to connection, peace, and purpose. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to Oracle Rose Healing Tarot. I'm so glad you guys are here. Today we're going to be talking about the abandonment wound. I was actually coming up with this one because I actually came to me in a download, a memory of abandonment when I was a child. I was releasing and purging some things, and you guys may have been doing this lately too, collectively, where we're like making room to expand and grow. And so my wound came up, abandonment, and of course, here we are for a guided uh, spiritual tarot reading, healing. Okay. But before we get started, let's just go ahead and clear the space and do a prayer so we can get started. Mind your ears, here comes the bell. I give thanks to the Most High Divine Spirit for being here and for surrounding us with healing energy and for guiding today's messages. By the grace of the Most High and the Holy Spirit, this space is filled with love, peace, light, and all energies that do not serve our highest good are transmuted into love, healing, and renewing energy. Now let's step into this reading. I had to do a pre-shuffle, but I'm just going to go ahead and shuffle one more time, get a cut on cards, and we're going to get started. Okay, so this reading here is about the abandonment wound. We're going to get that healed up. We're going to see what Spirit says about it through the Healing the Abandonment Wound tarot readings for this spread. Okay, the first card for our opening and jump right on out. We're going to ask, what is the root of the abandonment wound? And we got the Fool in reverse. Okay, Major Arcana, the Fool in reverse. Okay. Now, when we're talking about the Fool, we're usually talking about taking a step. So if we're not taking a step here, the Fool, then in reverse, then that just means that we're not giving into divine trust. We're not willing to take risk. We could be hesitating, fear and change. Ignoring any risks that may be out there. And so the question is, what is the root of the abandonment? Okay, so the root of the abandonment is this fear of change. Okay, and when we talk about evolving and growing, the only option that we have is change. So we're going to have to get around that fear of change so we can heal this abandonment wound. Okay, all right. And so the root may still feel unclear or even painful, but spirit, it encourages gentleness. The truth is going to unfold when you feel safe to see it. Okay, so you can't be scared. You got to get rid of fear. The Most High does not give us the spirit of fear, and so therefore you got to let yourself know this is not coming from the Most High. Write a compassionate letter to your younger self. Tell yourself that you were never truly alone, because spirit was always with you. Spirit is with you now. Okay, your spirit is free and full of light. Okay, and you can believe that and you can trust that. Okay, you can have purpose around that. All right, so let's just see here. We're going to ask, how does this energy, the spirit change? How is this showing up in the current life for the collective here, spirit? How is that showing up in the current life for the collective? And I had two cards flip over, but we're not going to use them because I don't confuse an energy. So let's just ask again. All right, and then that one jumped on the floor, but it's showing up in the Three of Cups energy. Okay, so it's showing up in your current life in Three of Cups energy. All right, and usually that means when we're talking cups, we're saying usually this is friends and celebration or whatever. So you may be having some feelings of feeling abandoned around your friendships, or even coming into contact with others, you know, or celebrating with others. You may even feel lonely in a room full of people. You may never feel like you really belong or connect with anyone. And so, if you're going to heal the wound and be in this energy and this complete opposite, then you would actually be connecting and what have you. But this could be happening because you may still project some of your old hurt onto new people or situations. And spirit is saying, like, pause before assuming your disconnection from anyone new. Okay. Um, Love is still all around you and and attracting to you. So if it's in you, it's gonna attract to you. Okay. So if this is happening, apparently there's something you're believing that should not be occurring. So we're gonna ask spirit, what false belief does the collective need to heal in order to get past that energy? So let's just see, what false belief does the collective need to heal in order to get past that energy, spirit? In spirit, it came out sideways, a two of pentacles. Okay. So spirit is saying that um, the false belief that you need to remove of the few, well, it came out like this. So it could be disorganization in your life or overcommitting. Okay. And you may even feel disorganized and overcommit when you're around groups of people, and that's making you feel that abandonment issue. You know, you fear change, and when you come in groups of people, it kind of affects you, and so it causes disorganization, and in some cases too, it might even cause you to overcommit and people please, because you felt abandoned. And spirit is that's not the direction that we want to go in when we're healing, because if you have some old beliefs or if they keep coming up, spirit going to remind you that healing is also repetition. So you're going to have to completely and go after your healing more than you go after any of this energy that's kind of keeping you back from it, because every love and affirmation that you plant a seed to, it's going to bloom over time. So you just have to make sure that you're always aware of what's going on and that you're using your energy in the right way so that you can ascend. So we're going to say, I mean, spirit's going to always, most high is going to always support. The holy angels are going to always support. Your ancestors are going to always support. Your spirit guides are always supporting. So we're going to ask, how are they supporting us through this healing? So we're asking spirit, how are you guys supporting us through this healing? We want to give you your just due because we know you're there, and we know you're here to help us love and heal and grow. And so they said, hey, we're going to make sure that we keep this Nine of Swords energy going. Okay. That's how spirit is. That's how they're doing it. That's how they're doing it for us. In the Nine of Swords energy, they're making sure that we're in this Nine of Swords energy, they're making sure that we're staying away from things that are causing us things that are ruminating in our minds and running over and over again, by bringing us to this point of awareness in this healing journey. You know, remember, over here, Spirit was just saying repetition of affirmation is what's going to help you heal this abandonment room. So that Spirit is supporting us by making sure that this energy around any kind of things that's ruminating, that's keeping us in this anxious energy or keeping us in insomnia, what have you, spirit is going to take care of that. And spirit's going to support us in a way to make sure that we know that you feel divine reassurance guiding you toward your peace. Okay. Confirmation that spirit has never left your side. Swords will come down to make sure that it slices away all of that. You're not gonna have to worry about it. What I do, I meditate on divine presence. I was just telling a child of mine, I visualize golden light surrounding us, me, everyone I love, people I come in contact with, whenever loneliness appears. you know I remember I feel the hug. I can feel the energy of being hugged. I hold myself even, and it's just spirit is there. Spirit is always going to heal. It's the very essence that animates our being, and we have to give reverence to that, and give recognition to that, and also glory and praise. So thank you, thank you, thank you, Spirit, for that. So what lesson is the collective learning through the experience? So we're learning a whole lot through this experience, and what we're really learning how to manage ourselves. So what we're going to say, what lesson is the soul learning through this experience? Spirit, I can't stand when my cards flip, but let me get it together. But what lesson is the soul learning through this experience? And Spirit says a page of swords. Okay. So the Page of Swords is being learned. Well, this Page of Swords energy is coming through here. So you're going to get your mental clarity. You're going to get the truth. And you're going to get most high communication. Okay. And that's what it's about. I was just telling the same child of mine today about that whole being in that where you're getting clear, when you get that clear signal where you don't have those ruminating thoughts running through your head like bad kids on the third floor. You just sitting here in peaceful energy, restful with mental clarity. You can think things through. That abandonment, whatever was going on around that abandonment energy has now been transmuted, okay, into mental clarity, okay, and that's what lesson that we're learning here. You recognize that abandonment taught you independence, compassion, and discernment, spiritual maturity, all that good stuff, okay, and Spirit is confirming it right here with this Page of Swords energy card, okay. And I would say, just reflect daily, like what strengths or awareness has this pain revealed in you? Ask yourself, what did it reveal? Don't be afraid of your shadows. Remember, we did that. We did that on our healing journey too. You can see that reading on this channel as well. It's timeless. So all these you take what resonate, and what it doesn't, let the universe recycle it. All right. Um, but I'm gonna tell you, this is lovely that we had this coming out like this right now, because this is what it's about. And so now that we're getting clear, now that you know how to get those ruminating thoughts all out your head and stop running all through your mind like a bunch of wild animals, now you can get back to restoring your inner peace and connection with others and yourself. Well, because once you're able to do it within yourself, it's going to express outwardly. So we're going to ask Spirit, what steps can we take to restore the inner peace and connection? And now that, and that just fell off the top of the deck. I should have took it, but I'm learning. I'm learning to listen to Spirit. I'm learning. It's like I sit up here. I'm such a precise person that when it comes to it being intuitive, you have to be a little bit more fluid. And so I'm learning. And so you got the King of Pentacles coming out. All right. So we had this, lessons that the soul was learning through this. Now, what steps that you need to take to restore your inner peace and connection? And Spirit is saying that you're going to have to get into your King of Pentacles energy. All right. And so that King of Pentacles energy is actually the energy of true confidence. You're going to have to stand on business. you know you're going to have to know that you are being supported and loved by Spirit in this journey. And as you release things that no longer serve you, you're going to have to stand on business. All right. You're gonna have to know that there's lasting success, and there's true assurance that comes with following Spirit, and following your Spirit, and connecting and aligning with the Most High. Okay. And so um you're you're building bridges both with yourself and others. Okay. And proving that healing is connection in motion. So as you're getting into this energy, okay, true confidence and everything, it's going to start bringing others closer to you. You're going to start magnetizing people to that energy. Okay. So go ahead and reconnect with your community, you know, through prayer, creativity, or nature. Choose one way each day to let love in, you know, because we're healing this abandonment wound. What we got inside of us is bigger than anything that was caused by anything outside of us. And you need to know that, okay? All right. So, what future energy awaits the collective once they've healed these wounds? Spirit, what energy awaits us once we've healed? We know we're in good hands. We know we're in good spirits. But confirmation from you says that this is as a Six of Wands, but it came in reverse. Okay, these cards are a little hard for me to read sometimes because I don't always use them. But the Six of Wands in reverse is like giving us, making sure that we stay out of inflated ego, stay out of insecurity. Okay, so as we're following this, the future energies that await us is that we're going to be in full true confidence with this Page of Swords energy. Okay, and we're going to stay out of insecurity. Okay, we're going to stay out of being insecure. We're going to stay out of just unresolved issues. We're going to stay out of all of those things. Okay, and we're going to make sure that we're always coming clean, and just staying away from anything that's deceptive. We're going to make sure that we stay out of all of that mess. We're going to make sure that we stay away from unresolved issues and let go when time says let go. When God says go, go. Okay, and so I would say, if the vision feels far away, Spirit says keep on walking. Every act of self-love brings that future closer to you. All right. So you're going to have to visualize. And I was telling my child today, you're going to have to picture yourself in the situations, surrounded by the people, in the energy that reflects unconditional love. You're going to have to see it before you walk into it. You're going to have to see it, just like how you say the good Lord goes before you and makes your steps clear. See how the good Lord makes your steps clear in your mind before you go. Pause before you go. But when it's time to go, it's time to go. All right. But you're gonna have clear channels, so you're gonna hear it when it's coming down from Spirit anyway. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get some of these higher self messages Oracle deck cards. See what Spirit has to add to our reading here, as we are really grateful for the energy and the messages that came out in our abandonment spread here. So, Spirit, what do you have for us? What can collective take? And Spirit says, your success is closer than you imagine. So, just keep going. Just keep going. That's all you got to do. You just got to keep going. It's for you. This journey is yours. And on this journey, we keep going. We're energy. We're going to keep moving. We're going to keep grooving. And so, I got my cards over here. All right, my cards are they did a little flippity floppity, but I got them together here. But yeah, so we're gonna just keep going and keep moving on this journey. So let's just see what else we got going on here. Spirit, any other messages for the collective? Let's see what we got. And Spirit says, your shadows are just hiding the light right now. They're going to pass. They're going to pass by, just like a cloud, just like a shadow. Once you turn on the light within yourself, you're not going to have to worry about it. And what you seek is seeking you. So when you rest, it'll find you. And that's what we were talking about, the clarity. Remember the clarity that's coming out in this energy over here? So I just want to tell you, collective, the womb of abandonment does not mean you were forgotten. It means your soul is ready to remember that love was never lost. Okay? Spirit has been beside you through every silent tear, every lonely night. You are seen, you are loved, and you are whole. Okay? So just remember that. And if this message brought you comfort or insight, Please like, share, and subscribe to stay connected to our healing circle here at Oracle Rose Healing Tarot. Together, we remember that love always finds its way home. All right? And also, I just want to give you a Bible verse just for comfort from this reading here. So, John 14:18 says, "No, I will not abandon you. As orphans, I'll come to you." Remember, the Most High, the good Lord, will never abandon you. You are never abandoned. So, this wound is now declared healed. Remember, keep walking in your light. And until next time, stay shining.